Strange Supreme is here, and I had a lot of fun playing him in this deck. Now, in case you didn't know, Strange Supreme is a 2-cost, 2-power card with text that reads, gain +2 power from merging. End of turn, merge one of your created cards into this. And notably, he does not need to merge with a card at his own location, it's any card on your side of the board that was created. So I thought it would be a really awesome idea to use cards like Debris and Squirrel Girl and Mysterio to buff him up. Now, in practice, the deck didn't do too great. Man, I feel like I've been saying that every week this season, but that's okay. I have a lot of confidence that Strange Supreme is a good card, and it makes a little bit of sense why this didn't work. You got stuff like Mockingbird that want the cards on the board, and then Supreme wants to eat them, and it's a little bit clunky, but I was just hoping to get Strange Supreme really big for the video. And real quick, before we jump into the games, I forgot to mention this in my last video and I felt really bad about it. I'm on vacation right now, seeing some family that I don't get to see very often. That's why there has not been uploads for the past few days. There probably will not be another one until this weekend. I'm sorry about it. If the OTA, because I think there is one this Thursday, if the OTA is notable enough, I will make a video on it. If it's just like 4 cards that got buffed or nerfed by 1 power, probably not, but we will see. Now, if you've got any other questions, make sure to ask me down in the comments. And let's jump right into the games. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Oh my god, we actually have Squirrel Girl into Strange Supreme. That is awesome, okay. That's going to be Quinjet on the left, so we're going to go ahead and play Squirrel Girl. Now, granted, Mockingbird's a little bit sad about that, but it's fine. That's going to be Tinkerer's Workshop, which is going to allow us to play Strange Supreme. I would say we probably play him mid, just to make sure everything is good. So we will go ahead and do that. They play 2 cards. One is going to be Nico, and then the next one is Victoria Hand, so that's very scary. Hopefully it'll push him into Shang-Chi range, though. So Strange Supreme is going to go all the way up to 5, which you love to see. Let's see what we got on the right. That is going to be the Raft, and we actually can get a copy of Strange Supreme. That's... So what I think is going to happen here is Strange Supreme is going to merge with Strange Supreme, right? Like, that's what's going to happen. They go ahead and play Iron Patriot and Maria Hill. So Strange is going to go up to 8, and then... Let's see, that's going to be Tinkerer's Workshop. Awesome. And we have the Hood. Right. I wish we could fill up the Raft, because I think they're going to be able to, and that's kind of scary. Maybe we just do something like this? So they win the Raft, we play Strange Supreme mid, doesn't really matter where we play him as long as he does merge with the other Strange Supreme, I think that's what's going to happen. They play Wiccan right, that's fine, and then Cerebro, they got that off Maria Hill, didn't they? Yeah, okay. So yeah, Strange Supreme does merge with Strange Supreme, going up to 15. Now we are able to play Sasquatch and Demon this turn. Mysterio might be better. Yeah, let's go ahead and do something like this. Okay. And now we just have to hope that there's not a Shang-Chi, because a Shang-Chi would be devastating. They play Strange Supreme mid, and they play Helicarrier left. Yeah, so we might have to play Shang-Chi left. I hope Strange Supreme goes for the Mysterio on the left or the Demon. No, I'm gonna go for the Mysterio on the right. So maybe we need to flip right then. Oh my god, okay, that's Strange Supreme. Okay, a lot of stuff just happened. So... Right. I think, from this point, our best bet is gonna be something like this. The only problem is I don't think this wins. I think we're gonna lose to everything they did. Unfortunately. Maybe something like this could work, right? Theoretically. I really don't know, though. Depends on how big they play left. I don't think the Sasquatch will ever win left. She's not big enough. Yeah, okay, let's try this. It's kind of really stupid, but maybe it's enough. There's Blob, okay. So we're gonna destroy the Blob. Kahori... Oh, almost pushed Victoria Hand up to 10. That would have been crazy. Yeah. No, it's gonna... It doesn't matter. They just got too big. Yeah. Maybe... Because we won mid without the Sasquatch. So we could have put her right. That wasn't enough to win either, though. Damn. Yeah, no, Strange Supreme up at 25 is absolutely crazy, though. You love to see that. Amazing game for us there. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We have 6 energy. It's kind of a funny idea to get a bunch of debris. That I kind of want to do the idea. Yeah, let's go for it. This is pretty stupid, but nonetheless, I think it sounds funny. They're going to go ahead and play Sam and Kitty Pryde and Iron Patriot, which is completely fine. We go ahead and play Debrii and Frigga. And then they're sweating. Yeah, no, I would be too. That is going to be Starlight Citadel. I gotta not forget about this. I forget about Starlight Citadel nearly every time. Okay, the problem with that... Yeah, no, we actually can't play that there. We gotta play the Iron Patriot right, because they're gonna play mid. And then, let's see, they're gonna just play Kitty Pryde, so yep, we are going to let them win that. That is gonna be a Darkhawk for us. That's pretty cool. Definitely gonna go ahead and play a Debrii right, though, on this turn. And then we are going to play a Misery either left or right. Abby is going to go out and give us a Kate Bishop. That's completely fine. I think we just play a Debrii here just to have some fun. They do end up filling up mid, so a little bit unfortunate, but that's okay. We play a Debrii. They play Kitty Pryde and Ajax. Now from here... If we play Misery left, we will end up getting some cool stuff. But the problem... Maybe we just do this. Okay. We're going to play Strange Supreme and Kate Bishop. When they snapped, you should have retreated if you were trying to seriously climb. I didn't for the content, just got to clarify that. They go ahead and play a Gwenpool right. I don't think Strange Supreme is ever going to catch up right, but we'll see, maybe. So that's going to end up swapping the locations around. It didn't end up mattering this game, so I didn't need to think about it. And Strange Supreme is going to eat a rock. Now here, I am not, like, entirely confident. That they don't fill up mid. So I think with this Misery, it's still what we're gonna do. It's a little bit risky, but we'll see. Frigga should give us a copy of Strange Supreme, I think? We'll see. They are almost locked out completely. No, it's going to be a Kate Bishop. We didn't play Strange Supreme last. My bad. For a second, I thought we did. So Strange Supreme going to end up eating what I think was a rock. Yeah. Now, from this point, whatever he eats will push him over the edge right. And they aren't almost entirely locked out, by the way. I lied. Here, we imagine they move the shield back over here, right? You would think that just something like this will be enough. Because they're going to move the shield back, that's going to be another 3, putting them up to 16. If they go to 16, we are going to 17 plus another 3 to 20. So that's obviously enough. If they don't do that and they decide to like play a big card left, we beat them with a Shang-Chi. And then we're going to flip right, obviously. So I think... Yeah, no, they go ahead and retreat. Awesome. Good win for us there. I was a little bit worried, but we end up getting it done. So, you'll love to see it. Alright, so let's see what we got. We got the Hood on the left. That's going to be completely fine. We probably play an Iron Patriot on turn 2. We get Magneto from the hub. And let's see what mid is going to reveal to be. Mid is going to be Brooklyn Bridge. No, because they're not gonna play a card there. Okay, we're gonna play Iron Patriot, right? I would be pretty surprised to see them play a card mid, and even if they do, I wouldn't want to play mid anyway. Firehair, yeah, would have tied. So we're gonna go ahead and play Iron Patriot right, which is gonna give us a Crossbones. That's pretty cool. I think we just go ahead and play a Demon here, and we'll see whatever else we get. When your revealed cards fill this. So we could play Frigga. I don't hate it. Yeah, let's play Frigga. They're going to go ahead and play Magic Right, and that's going to be completely fine. From this point, I like the idea of maybe just playing Iron Patriot Crossbones next turn. But if we play Iron Patriot Crossbones, we got to play them both right, which I don't really want to do. Misery's an idea. I mean, Misery's really good left. I almost want to wait on the Misery, though. I don't know. Maybe we just do it now. Yeah, especially because there are 7 turns this game. We can wait a little bit. Okay. Let's play Misery now. And then from that point, we will be able to play an Iron Patriot and a Crossbones next turn. Potentially with, like, the demons and stuff. And we'll see what happens. We're going to go ahead and play Debris. We play Misery. Okay. I don't like how filled up we are right, but there's not really anything we can do about it. So I think here we just play Crossbones, we play Iron Patriot, and then we play the 2 demons. There is always the chance that they play like a Misery like we just did. The thing is, if they do that, I think they'll just lose. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Yeah, okay, they did not play Misery. So we go ahead and play Crossbones and the Demons, and then an Iron Patriot. Let's see what we get off of it. We're gonna get a Ronin. Okay. It's gonna be a Strange Supreme right and a Viper mid. The Viper really sucks there, but not much we can do about it. So from this point, I wonder if we ever want to play a Magneto right. Magneto right does seem pretty good here. Yeah. Let's go ahead and play Magneto. So Magneto's going to pull away that Debris and Viper right. Going to be filling them up. And then they got to do some stuff with Strange Supreme to win right, which isn't impossible. And actually, if they play that demon, it is just going to happen. They are going to win right. Yeah. Damn, it's unfortunate. I think we're gonna lose here. I'm gonna stay in because I want to see the end of the game. And I don't have much time to record today, so, you know, the games I get are just gonna be the games I get. But if I had to guess, I would say they win here. They got 2 demons that they can play. I think it's pretty easy for them to get to 9 power mid. Beyond that, Strange Supreme's gonna eat one of them and take the win. So it's gonna be a cannonball. Yeah. And we lose. There you go. Strange Supreme gonna eat one of them and barely win right. Goes up to 21. Good win for them. Exactly like I said. You should retreat there, but we played it out for the video. Good win for them. Alright, so we've got Jotunheim on the left. That's going to be completely fine. We're going to play an Iron Patriot on 2, probably into a Debris. And let's see, that's going to be Hellfire Club. Yeah, that's fine. We'll play Iron Patriot mid. They also play a card mid. We end up getting Red Hulk, so that's pretty cool. That's going to be Collector mid. Don't love that. And then, like I said, I think we got to play a Debris here. Yeah, we got to at least try to win Hellfire Club. So then from this point, Red Hulk is going to be costing 3 for us, which isn't bad. We play a debris there, and then they're going to play a Colleen Wing, which is going to tie, but it's then going to get pushed over the edge. Doesn't matter anyway, because we needed to just flat out win. So, Red Hulk does get bigger, but we probably never play him. Now we have the Hood. Oof. Kinda just want to play a Mockingbird. Which is a little bit crazy, but it's what we're gonna do. They play a Bullseye and a Scorn right. We don't love that. Yeah, I mean... Misery is theoretically an option. Especially if we do it like this way, it'll allow us to play 2 demons and a Sasquatch. Which isn't horrible, I guess. Or we could play 2 demons and a Shang-Chi if that's how we decide to do it. It's gonna end up getting rid of Zola and a Swarm. And then Dakin as well. I wonder, is their collector is gonna go above 10, right? Yeah. Okay, so we are actually going to play a Shang-Chi mid. We're going to play a Shang-Chi, and then... Do we play Strange? I don't think so. I think we just play the 2 demons. Yeah, I mean, let's see what happens. I feel like we got a decent enough chance at winning. They're going to go ahead and play Frigga and activate the Bullseye. Yeah, we should be good here. Because Collector's going to go over 10, we're going to destroy the Collector, so we're going to win mid and left. Unfortunate that we didn't get Strange Supreme off this game, but it's not going to happen every time. So yeah, there you go.
Must be controlled.
Barely getting the win mid there, but barely is enough. Good win for us there, you love to see it. Alright, so we have the Avengers compound on the left. We can definitely go ahead and play the Hood there. I think that's fine. We will set up to play a Misery later. We might want to play Misery and Demon on the same turn. That's why I decided to play it left into Avengers compound, but we will see. Obviously, for turn 2, I would love to see a Strange Supreme, because I want to play Strange Supreme, but we'll see what ends up happening. So they are going to play a Squirrel Girl. Yep, that makes sense. And let's see, that's going to be White Hot Room. Yeah, so we actually do get Strange Supreme, which is pretty cool. I think we will play a mid. And then from this point, we might play a Frigga on turn 3. From there, we could try... I don't know, like a Squirrel Girl Strange Supreme, a Mysterio Strange Supreme, because if we can get 2 going without them eating each other, that would actually be crazy. So we'll see what we can get done here. Right is going to be the Icebox. It's going to end up hitting our Shang-Chi, which is a little bit unfortunate. We do have an Iron Patriot, but we are just going to play Frigga on this Strange Supreme. I wouldn't be too surprised if they end up filling up White Hot Room, and they do play the Acid Arrow, so we are just going to eat it. We don't really care about the Acid Arrow. They do fill up White Hot Room, though, unfortunately, so we're not going to get the bonus energy. We might not need it, though, if we get the right top deck. So let's see. Strange Supreme going to eat that. And then... that is Kate Bishop. I think we just play a Misery here. Yeah. So let's play Misery. They also play Misery mid, which is very interesting. Giving them some arrows and then giving them another demon. They played a card right and left as well. Maybe it's like a Strange Supreme... No, okay, it's an Iron Patriot and some 1 cost. It's one of the arrows, yeah. It's going to end up being a basic arrow. So we play Misery left. And now from this point, I really hope we top deck either a Debris or a Squirrel Girl. Either of those would be awesome, but we will see. We end up top decking a Sasquatch. So what we're going to do here is we're going to play Demon, Demon, and Strange Supreme. We are going to hope that this first Strange Supreme doesn't eat this Strange Supreme. This Strange Supreme cannot eat this Strange Supreme, so there is a 66% chance that we are pretty happy with this. Now, I wonder if we would rather take a 50-50, Because if we go Demon, Strange Supreme, Kate Bishop, we could get arrows for the next turn after this, which could be pretty meaningful. I think I want a better chance at having 2 Strange Supremes on the board. That just sounds really cool to me, so we're going to go ahead and do this. They play a Sasquatch and a Demon. That's completely fine. We play Demon, Demon, Strange Supreme. Strange Supreme does eat a Demon, and then this one should eat the other Demon. Yeah, okay, so we got 2. Awesome. Shang-Chi left is a great play. Oh, there's Mysterio as well. Okay. I mean, it depends on how greedy we want to be, right? I think... because we could just play Shang-Chi left and say we're done with it, right? This is a really good play. It's going to set them down at 12, but actually we lose, so never mind, it's a bad play. Let's play... Let's play... Man. The question is, where do you play Sasquatch, I think. Because we can't ever get away with that. Maybe... arguably, it's safer to do something like this. Because ultimately, we don't need that much power left. Yeah, playing Sasquatch, she commits us way too hard to a single lane, and we need to win mid and left. So I'm actually going to do this. They play Symbiote, Spider-Man, and Demon. I think they might have won, man. It's going to be close. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, I think it was too much. So we got Iron Patriot. There's Kate Bishop. It's going to absorb that one. And it's going to absorb that one. We are barely going to lose. Yeah. Yeah, I mean... there was a world where we could have won this, right? Obviously, Sasquatch needed to go mid, because they got really big. So we needed to play her mid. We needed to play Mysterio left. We then needed some kind of crazy events to happen in the proper sequence. We just needed to make sure that this Mysterio on the left was never eaten by either of the Strange Supremes, which just didn't end up happening. And it sucks. There's not even, like, a big chance that works, right? So you could argue that in hindsight, that's what we should have gone with, but I don't know, that would have been a rough choice, so good win for them. Alright, so we've got Dark Dimension on the left. That's going to be completely fine. That is Loki mid. Alright. So Loki is going to give them some stuff. That's going to be Negative Zone, obviously. Let's just go ahead and play Iron Patriot on the right. From this point, we've got a Debris we can play on 3. And then we'll see what else we want to do. There is the Hulk. Okay. Been pretty good if we win it. It's going to be Wakandan Embassy. That's pretty good as well. Let's go ahead and play Debris. And then I would be pretty happy with a Misery on top of this. On 4. We'll see what we want to do. I hope that they're not able to win right. I don't think they will be, because we go all the way up to 8, but you never know. Yeah, no, they just play the Hood. So we are going to end up getting a 3-cost Hulk, which is pretty good. We are going to play a Misery on 4, though. Sasquatch, that's cool. So we're going to play Misery, and then this next turn we're going to ideally look to play a bunch of cards. Probably like a Mysterio, along with some other things. So they play 1 card mid. We go ahead and play a Misery. They are going to be entirely locked out mid. We get another Hulk. Kind of funny. And then, let's see, that is going to be Doc Ock, which is going to pull down the Hood. Don't love that. Okay. Yeah, we are actually unable to win mid. Which is kind of crazy. Well, maybe unable to. Let's play Strange Supreme. And then let's also play Mysterio. Strange Supreme, if he eats one of the rocks mid, we have a decent enough chance of being able to do something, but we will see. We will see what ends up happening. So we have Mysterio and Strange Supreme. They just go ahead and play a Shang-Chi, which is very annoying. Don't like that. And then a Demon. We play Strange Supreme. And then we got Mysterio. We'll see what Strange Supreme ends up eating. Eats the rock on the left. Okay. So Sasquatch is going to cost 2. Mockingbird's going to cost 1. Right. Okay, they just retreat. I was going to say we probably play like Hulk, Sasquatch, and Mockingbird. We just got to find out where we want to play all of them. I would probably have leaned towards playing maybe the Hulk right with the Sasquatch and the Mockingbird left. That probably would have been the best way to go about it. Nonetheless, we end up getting the win there, and that's absolutely awesome. You love to see it. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, I know you'll love this one I made about Patriot. It was a lot of fun. Other than that, make sure to like and subscribe. I truly do appreciate every single one of you. And I do want to mention, I'm sorry this video is a little bit shorter than normal. It's just because I'm on vacation. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.